Hello again YouTube, Enzo back bringing you part 2 of my custom Beast Hunters Optimus Prime review. I just wanted to do a little update just to show you what I've done so far. So as you can see that Beast Hunters Prime there is headless. This is the head that came from Shapeways, basically two parts, the new neck joint and the Optimus Prime head sculpt. I've only given it a quick coat of silver paint, basically, just to, you know, his mouth and the crest and that kind of stuff. It is nicely detailed. This came from Shapeways, like I said. It does fit, but when I had it, I had to drill up my own hole because it wasn't done. So I was a bit disappointed with that. Also, this little part here was attached to that part. There is a little tiny nub there, so they had to be very gently broken off, and I'm gonna sand that down a little bit later now. So I'll just give it a little bit of primer, a little bit thing. It's okay, but I didn't realise. I've noticed it's the Safeway products. Safeway, that's a supermarket. Shapeways products, they're all right, but I think the smaller you go, the harder it is. But it's a pretty good head sculpt. I do like it. I do have the correct colour paints and stuff like that to try and bring it to life. So I'm going to crack on with that. One thing I am disappointed about is the Gatling gun. Very disappointed. Now, and the reason I say I'm disappointed is because this is all I had. Yep, I opened the box up and I had the Prime head and I had this, and I was looking, well, where's the barrel? I didn't get the barrel. I was tamping, absolutely tamping. That's all they sent. So my first ever order from Shapeways, and they forget to put the barrel in. So I'm not happy. But at the time of this recording, the 15th, I had my order on the 10th. I contacted them, told them what part I was missing and blah blah blah. And before this recording, I just had an email saying that they posted the replacement part out, express delivery. On the 14th, UPS, and UPS is a great company, very fast delivery. So they've said maybe at the end of the working business today, which is the 15th, or the end of business working tomorrow, the 16th, I should get it. If I do, I'll give you an update. If not, then well, it's on its way, basically. Again, with the Gatling gun, when I had the product, obviously that's what it gets. It comes in a basic way. I ordered polished, finished off. This is very grainy. You can feel it, and you can also, I don't know if you can make it out because I've given this like 2 or 3 coats of red paint just to hide it, but you can see it better. As I said, you can see all the grain and where it's been cut. So not a big fan of that, but overall really nice. I haven't quite finished yet. I'm just waiting for the gold paint to dry. That white paint in there is actually Gundam marker. Just testing something out, and it's actually looking pretty good. So I'm going to go in there with a Gundam marker now once everything's dry, and hopefully finish it off today, and then just leave it dry overnight, and we'll see what we get. And hopefully when the barrel arrives, we'll crack on with that. The backpack. Now, this was Ultra Magnus's backpack. You're probably looking, it's a bit, you know, obviously I've taken everything off, only pins were holding it in, and it's a different colour. The one I showed you in the last video was grey. Well, because I was holding it like that and trying to get the pins out, stuff like that, I kind of smudged all the paint. So that was my fault, my bad. I should have pulled everything off, but obviously when you're doing work, you get so many ideas. So, well, the original plan was to take this and just basically, let me show you, let me move Orion out of the way there. Basically what I was going to do is basically, with the tab there, the little hole there, just make something and obviously just attach it like that. So he's got a nice thick, big bulky backpack, because this actually looks more like what he's got in the show, which I thought was better than that. But to be honest, it was grown on me now, because that looks big enough. He's got his tyres, his backpack in there, these for boosters as well, so I think he's got enough bulk. But you can do it if I want. I will do it. I think I'll just make a little tab so I can attach it on or take it off, depending. And the reason I painted the grey colour, because I don't know if you can see the top there, I'm trying to get it to stand out. You know, the blue that's in all the Transformers that sticks out on the show, like energon flowing through them. Well, I have been trying to experiment, but I can't get quite the right colour blue, neon blue, to quite make it pop, so I'm a bit disappointed with that. But anyway, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So there we go. I'll just give you a quick look at Prime himself. So you can see there now a few touch-ups. I took the green out and I painted it, and I painted his put some blue, same blue on his forearms. It's actually quite a good match to his pelvis there and his feet and his fists. Really cool. I do like that a lot. I took my Dremel disc cutter and I sanded down those horrible spikes, and the reason I went with the grey is because it was a little bit sore when I sanded it down as far as I could go, as far as I trusted myself to do it, and I thought the grey then would just hide all that, and I think it's done a pretty good job. I've seen somewhere that somebody, it doesn't look 100% accurate now as he does in the show. Obviously he's missing some sort of emblem or something in the middle there. Somebody on Shapeways is working that way, you just pop it in and it sticks there. And he's got something else here, but it's not so bad. And I just went round there, and obviously he puts a little bit of gold in his forearms there just to bring his fists to life, a little bit of silver. But there, I've gone around the windows with some silver as well, a little paint. It's so much easier when you take everything apart then, because you can get right into the nooks and crannies and try and tidy it all up. Silver around each window here. This one's a little bit lacking. A bit of it has come off. I probably brushed it with my hand and not noticed, so I'm going to go around that. If you don't want to paint it, I highly recommend a silver Sharpie. Much better, and you've got a much more control and less mess. So that's what I'll be getting my hands on as soon as possible. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether I'm going to be using this head or not. I haven't decided, and the reason for that is I'm a member of TF Source, and I was just having a quick look around just to see what was on there, and I clicked on Doctor Who add-on kits, and there's a company there called Zenith Forge, something like that, and they're actually doing 100% accurate head sculpt Optimus Prime for the Beast Hunters one, and obviously the Gatling gun with the barrel attached, and it rotates. So I bought it. I was a bit annoyed because Shapeways kind of let me down, so I've bought that. That's on its way. Hopefully I'll get an email once it's in, and when I can expect it. And I've also bought Doctor Who's Forge of Solus Prime, and if you remember the gun that Magnus used in the episode Rebellion, that comes as a 2 set as well. So I've got some pretty good stuff on the way. Can't wait to do reviews now. So I'm gonna paint this up, see what it looks like, and maybe use it, maybe not. To be honest with you, I think I will go ahead and use the Doctor Who head sculpt, because it just looks a bit better. So not too bad at all. Very happy with what I've done so far, just painting and touch-ups and stuff. I'm sort of half and half on nearly said Shapeways again. I'm sort of half and half on the old Shapeways kind of thing. They do have really good stuff there, really good stuff. So I would give the benefit of the doubt. We'll see what happens when the barrel arrives. I'll just paint it, put it together, and we'll see how it goes, because this peg doesn't exactly fit in Prime's fists or any of their fists, because this is not quite a 5mm, and it's a funny shape as well, so this is going to have to be rounded off. So that's the next job now. Once all the painting is done now and everything's bone dry, that's the next job, is to paint. Sorry, to sand all that down so we can get it to fit. So there's a few reviews on the way. Once I get a bit of time now, I will be reviewing again my first edition Optimus Prime. Just picked up Ryan the other day in my local Toys R Us. Very nice. I haven't even transformed him yet. This is how he's just come out of the box, and I just put him straight on my display shelf. So pretty cool. Can't wait to play with him and transform him a couple of times and get a review done. But I'm really happy with the way things are going with my Beast Hunters Prime at the moment. Very nice. He just stands out a lot more. Really, he has got those stupid spikes out. He's got the I've got rid of the green as well. I painted the green as well. Actually, I've painted these two parts up here, they were meant to be green obviously because the windshield is all one. I painted it in the same red paint as I painted the Gatling gun. Very sticky, very messy now, so I've just touched it up with some red Gundam marker, and I'm happy to say now this drying is actually fading in a bit more, so it looks a lot better. The only thing I'm looking to do now is, I've been on the forum on Shapeways. Somebody is designing a arm cannon, so basically I don't know where it's going to fit over this. It's easy enough anyway, just unscrew that, these don't swivels, they just pop out and you can put the gun in like that. So fingers crossed, we should have something like that as well, and then I think we'll have an Optimus Prime that is in the show. But overall, progress wise, I'm 100% happy with what I've done with my Prime so far. Visually he looks fantastic, he looks menacing anyway. You're just missing some very, very badly needed paint apps, I would have thought. Oh, another thing I did as well, that was red, I painted that silver obviously to match the jetpack. So that's something I wanted to do, so I went ahead and did that as well. But I'm really looking forward to receiving the barrel for the Gatling gun from Shapeways, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but guaranteed by the 16th they've said. And I'm really looking forward to receiving obviously the Doctor Who stuff as well, the forge, the blaster, the new head sculpt, and oh pardon me, oh it's been a long day, I'm yawning like a idiot here. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, waiting for the Doctor Who forge, the blaster, the new head sculpt and the new Gatling gun. So there's plenty to look forward to, so thank you very much. Please comment, rate and subscribe, let me know what you think, and I will be back with more, I'm hoping to do some proper reviews in the next well, give me a couple of days just to get everything sorted and finished, and then we'll start reviewing. So again, thank you very much, I hope you've enjoyed it, I hope you picked up some tips and things like that. One thing I will say with the Shapeways stuff as well, once you get them, I highly recommend that you wash them. Just get some warm soapy water, some fair liquid, just give them, just be careful, just give them a good scrub, because obviously they've come off the machine, they could have some residue of all sorts on them, or they could have a bit of dust or things like that, stuff that's going to spoil the actual finish of the paint and stuff like that. So just give them use like an old toothbrush, and just give them a good scrub and a good clean, and away we go. So thank you very much, and I shall see you again soon. Okay, I'm really going to go now. Ta-ra, lads.